Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into level 82.99 against Kanjuro and Orochi. And in today's video, we're utilizing a team that doesn't use any of the new batch characters, none of the 10.5 anniversary units. We're utilizing free-to-play characters in this PSY Strawhats. Now, there are obviously a little bit of asterisks here because I am using Vegapunk and I am using the 5+ Zoro. They're basically just here because they give me high drops. Like, that's literally the only reason they're here. If you guys don't have this particular Zoro at 5+, literally replace him with any of the Straw Hats that rotates block orbs. So if we just go here into special, slot change, block slots, as you can see, like, you can pretty much run any of these characters if you want, but the big one that sort of jumps out at me straight away is this particular Sanji. Like, this Sanji is going to rotate adjacent orbs. He's going to give you a chain boundary as well, which is going to help out. He has double special activation, and honestly, he's going to make the run, like, easier. So, like, you know what, for the sake of the video, I'm going to slap him on there just because, like, I know a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but Stump, I don't have that Zoro. Like, what are we going to do? So, like, we're going to put Sanji there because, like I said, like, it's honestly going to work nicer. That Frankie support on Robin, by the way, is a free-to-play support. I do want to, like, preface that. That is a free-to-play support. You can pick him up over in the arena in the Recollective Archive. Hatchan, though, Hatchan is a rare recruit, though. You will have to pick up Hatchan from the banners. However, if you are missing Hatchan, once again, we don't actually need this particular Vegapunk. We could then, once again, go over here to our slot change ability here, and then we could just bring someone that is going to rotate orbs into recovery or Wano orbs. That's like the big thing that we want from this particular piece of content. So just looking at the characters, like, obviously you don't have like that big of a selection. Obviously, like, that Zoro that Zoro there, as he's saying hello. Does this Odin here, maybe this Odin, he actually gives you Wano orbs. He gives himself a Wano orb. Like, that could work just for the damage on turn 2 because he has this type advantage too. It's a free spirit character, so you could definitely use that. Just having a look down here, what other characters could you possibly use? This Big Mom, I think, gives Wano similar orbs and stuff like that. You can just get lucky on the roll, but as you can see, like, there are characters that are replaceable, so I just wanted to point that out before we dive into the quest. But that's the team, basically. Obviously, completely free to play, besides that, obviously, that Hatchan support there, so hopefully it helps you guys out. You can actually, if you have the, what's it called, ship, this is actually a big one. If you have the Magello ship at level 12, you could actually run this and get rainbow orbs too. That's actually really, really nice. You could do Shirahoshi as well. If you, like, didn't want to run any boosted characters, you could just run, like, Shirahoshi there and get some rainbow orbs. That'll definitely work too. But that's the team, and it's going to be run alongside a Gear 5 6-star unit. Now, before we dive in, every time I do this, every single PKA season, everyone says, why is my Luffy not working the same day as your Luffy, Stump? Well, you need to make sure that your Luffy is level limit break 5 right here. As you can see, level limit break 5 gives him all the good stuff there. Plus, you do want to have him limit break expanded, so that way you actually get the bigger captain ability. He just uses a silver key. You should be able to get one from the Garth challenges, I believe, still. But that is the big thing. Now, from the newbie banner, like, you can pick up Gear 5. So many people run Gear 5 6-star still because he just helps out with this, like, basic level content, and he basically just helps you blitz PK up to level 100 every single season, so it works out really, really nicely. This season, I think he's going to work, like, even better, but hey, we'll have to wait and see once I get a little bit higher. So that's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive on in. 5+ Luffy is definitely a character you want to invest in if you're a newer player. I've been rambling on about 5+ Luffy since he released. I did a whole, like, new player series where we literally took the guy in and we took down pretty much all of the big content in the game. Now, because old mate Gear 5 6-star Luffy has just such a disgustingly high cooldown, we're basically just going to take our time here. Now, you can keep the turtles on, like, a 1-turn cooldown. This is just generic stalling. If you guys are new to the game and you don't understand what stalling is, this is basically the best way to do it. You kill the units in the back, do more damage, keep the turtles alive, because the turtles have normally have very high defense, and they have high HP, so you can sort of stall there. Now, as you can see, we are sort of chipping away at our cooldowns. I have some ships, obviously, the ship cooldowns that help me out there and stuff like that too. But realistically, you kind of just need natural stall. Like, depending on what your cooldowns look like on this particular stage, you shouldn't need too much more stalling than what you actually see right there. And then you can basically just move on. So we're just going to kill these guys here. If you need to take damage from them, take damage from them by all means. Like, it's not the end of the world. On turn 3, you come up against Kanjuro, who has damage reduction, threshold, and a barrier. He also gives you a full board of block orbs. And as I was saying, if you're using Zoro, like you saw at the start, if you just use Zoro on turn 2, you actually have a Wano orb for this particular stage. Sanji's going to work nicer because Sanji can actually remove the barrier. Plus, he gives you 2 turns of a chain boundary. On top of that, when you activate the EX of the 6-star Gear 5, he's actually going to make Psy Orbs hit a little bit harder. So as you can see, let's just do that chain boundary. Like, the chain boundary just allows you to get so much extra damage there. So Kanjuro dies, pretty simple. You bypass the barrier, you bypass the damage reduction, you bypass the threshold. Very, very powerful ability, bypassing defensive effects. It's very slept on. On turn 4, we come up against Orochi. He's going to give us 6 turns of paralysis and 6 turns of attack down. Now, with your captain, you're actually going to remove 3 turns of this paralysis. Now, I have a ship that does an extra turn, so don't worry about that. It should say, like, you should be on, like, 2 turns, or Nami removes 1 turn as well. So you should be on 2 turns here, depending on what you look like. And what we're going to do on this particular stage, first of all, we're going to use the Robin special to remove 5 turns of attack down, and then with the Frankie support, it's going to help out and remove the other 2 turns, or 1 turn for this particular fight. Then we're going to use the Nami special. Nami's going to remove the paralysis, plus with the Hatchen support, you're actually going to get a whole bunch of orbs being recovery, which works very, very nicely because you have an attack down if you by 90% if you use any type orbs, tandem or tandem. Is it just tandem? I believe it's just tandem. I'm pretty sure it's just tandem. Int and then tandem. It's not recovery. Yeah, so it's just any of the type orbs and then it's a tandem orb. We're then going to use our Luffy Captain special. That's just going to give us an attack boost here. Just allows us to do a little bit more damage. As you guys will see, we want to sort of hit with the characters that have the shitty orbs first, and then we can move into our Vegapunk. As you can see, Vegapunk isn't really doing too much. Jesus Christ, that was actually tight damage, man. Whew. 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 Alright. Okay. Yeah, you might need to use the Luffy super type there. I don't know, man. That damage seemed kind of tight. You might want to use the Luffy super type there before using the Nami special, so that way you actually just hit a... Oh, look, actually, that's not going to matter. Like, oh, whew. Yeah, damage there was real tight. Moving on to the final stage, though, there's damage reduction and 5 turns of burn. The enemy is immune to everything except increased damage taken. And what we're going to do on this particular stage, as you can see, like Vegapunk, we haven't used Vegapunk at all. You can actually use Vegapunk. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, use Vegapunk on that previous turn, or use the Sanji special, actually. Yeah, use the Sanji special. That way you get a chain boundary, and that way you'll definitely kill on that previous stage. Once you get to this stage, like, you're going to use the special of Gear 5 6-star. It's going to give you color affinity and a orb buff, which means like Vegapunk's actually hitting quite hard here. We're then going to utilize the super type of Luffy, so that way the Psy orbs are going to hit a little bit harder. Probably should have used that before using the Luffy special, but hey, we move. We're going to use Vegapunk. I would recommend using Vegapunk on the previous turn. I would say use Vegapunk on the previous turn, get a chain boost on over there, because then you've got Sanji for a chain boundary on this particular stage. So that way, like, you have buffs coming out of the wazoo, you're bypassing the damage reduction. It should work out pretty nicely. Like you have disgusting damage, man. Like, so much damage. Remember, if you don't have Vegapunk 5+, hell, just run the 5-star. Like, that'll definitely work. He's free spirit, so he works very, very nicely, and he's actually going to apply an extra buff for you to take down stage 4, because as you guys saw there, the damage was actually really, really tight. So oofed. But there you guys go. That is the free-to-play team, or free-to-play-ish team, to take down PKA level 80 to 99. Hopefully it helps you guys out if you guys don't have any of the full batch, or if you don't have any like characters on your friends list. But if you do have a friends list, make sure to check out the next video over on the channel. That'll help you guys out get a bit more totals. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.